Hey guys, and welcome back to The Witness. So, I'm taking a break from the challenge. Well, I'm not really taking a break. Every time I sit down to record video games in general, I sit there and do I usually do like 3 attempts on the challenge again, basically. But I'm trying to just slowly do those over time, because the more, if I do them too many in a row, it burns, it wears on me. And, there's diminishing returns on further attempts. So for now, we're going to keep exploring the caves, and we'll just continue on with the game like normal, and maybe sometime this weekend or next weekend or sometime in the future, out of nowhere, you will just suddenly have an episode that's the challenge again, because I will have finally beat it. But for now, let's see what else the game has in store for me. I'm sorry, is that the freaking next box? Also, what's over here? Is this the windmill? Wait, the last... the last recording was right outside. Oh look, more stuff over there. We'll get to that in a second. Wow. So out of the 6 recordings, the very last one... What? Never mind. What? The world? Alright, well, I'll draw that real quick. Alright, I went ahead and sketched that out. So I'm sure you can solve it. Can I click on this, though? No, I didn't think so. So I assume I'll find a lattice that looks just like that somewhere, and maybe using these symbols I can solve the pattern. It's probably blank somewhere, maybe over there. But yeah, right over here we just gained access to this door. One of the first doors in the game that indicated to us that there was something going on underground. And we have access directly to this windmill. The underground area, the bunker, the theater. And that's where I was. That's right next to the challenge right there too. It's one of the other locations just like that. I keep thinking that it's a blue square in this, a blue circle in the sky, which makes me think I can line it up with something. It weirds me out. And that there's also, it's like, that's probably a puzzle somehow, and this is probably a puzzle somehow, but I haven't seen how to line them up yet. Looking at this thing, I'm comparing it to the diagram. I don't really see any way that I could translate the diagram into being on that thing. The shapes are just too incompatible. So, I think I'll just head back into the caves and keep going. There's more to explore. I'll also have to do a second run from the beginning of the caves just to... Mostly off camera, I'm sure, but just to see if there was any turns back there that I've forgotten about. Hope you guys didn't mind one episode that was... Oh, hello. I had one episode that was kind of a rerun, and one episode that was just no episode... One day that was no episode of Witness, because I'm taking a break. I took a break a little bit after that episode where it wore me down. There might be days without Witness, but always expect more until there's no more to do. Just maybe not always every day.
I thought my voyage had come to its end, at the last limit of my power. That the path before me was closed, the provisions exhausted, and the time come to take shelter in silent obscurity. But I find that thy will knows no end in me, and when words die out on the tongue, new melodies break forth from the heart. And where old tracks are lost, new country is revealed with its wonders.
Well, that was unexpected. We're just right back in the... We're right back in the mine. Not the mine, the salt... The salt? What? The desert temple. The underground area. Alright, so we're... Wow. Oh yeah, this is the... When we were in the desert, I would notice there was little air holes, and some of them didn't line up with where the caves should be. And they point directly at the windmill. So we have a direct connection between the windmill right now and the desert temple. This entire island's becoming smaller and smaller over time. Yeah, my general plan with this game is to try to sit down and record for like 40 to 60 minutes every day. And then obviously there's a lot of downtime when I'm searching for hidden environmental puzzles and things like that, so I figure I'll record that amount, and if it's enough to make an episode, I'll put it out, and if it's not enough, I'll hold on to it until the next recording session and stack those up. That's my vague plan. Hello, challenge. Alright, I'm gonna backtrack and look around the caves to see if I'm missing anything major. Otherwise, it might be time to go topside. So here's the beginning area of the cave. You'll remember some of these. And these little things. And we went up the stairs. Hello. And I originally went in there. And was this one a dead end? Yeah, it was. So what I'm missing is I don't think I ever went up here. Is there any... I should not be running right now. Is there a thing stashed around? Don't see them at the moment. Whoa. Sorry, I just see a lack of step and immediately think that's there for a reason. It might not be. Might just be atmosphere. I didn't see any environmental puzzles there. But they could be everywhere. Trust no one. Even though there's no stakes. Hi. These are unsolved. Okay, so we have more. We do have more cave puzzles to do. Good to know. What's your deal? Let's see. Just draw a specific pattern, right? Oh. Slightly more complicated than initially thought, perhaps. Nope. No tricks. Just done. Cool. Oh, hi. Oop. Off to an easy start. Minor complication there at the end. Okay, let's try going this way instead. Ew. Okay, not that one. Let's not go that way then. Let's go that. No. What the way I was doing before doesn't really work either. I need to do that, but reversed probably. Oops. Oopsie. Gotta be careful with your movement. I don't know about you guys, but I still find moving in this game a little awkward. I find it oddly easy to go down the wrong track. Don't have much explanation for why, it just kind of happens all the time. Getting some variations on a familiar puzzle, but they're not too bad. Oh, I made a mistake. Gonna want to go grab some extras back there. There we go. Yeah! Oh, we're starting in the middle this time. Such variation. Oops. Let's go back. Just go whipple wobble back and forth, and we're good to go. There we go. Those weren't too bad, and they're pleasing to look at. It's modern art. Hang that up on my wall in my new apartment. Yeah. Frankly, there are a fair number of puzzles I've solved in this game that I feel like I could hang them up afterwards and they'd be nice to look at for a while. But you'd have to get a really high-quality print of really vivid colors.
It's just the new teapot beeping. It boils fast, but that beep bothers me. Moving on?
So, next I want to raise this problem, which is that I think we don't have enough smart representation from materialist atheists, physicalists, anything in that neighborhood of ideas. And I've been trying to do something about that, but it's hard. The problem is that most coherent atheists' creeds are focused on defeating some specific idea of God, or are angry about the historical activities of organized religions, rather than, say, from first principles, making a good case for the impossibility of any concept of God, which would be more like what we're after.
I'm having the same problem. So many justifications of atheism devolve into assertions of the implausibility of Bible stories. Someone like Bertrand Russell, a very advanced thinker, but his commentary on religion all seems to be like Why I Am Not a Christian. Very limited in scope. It is way too small compared to the vision of God and the pieces we're juxtaposing.
Can you repeat that last part? You kind of just dropped out a little bit.
Oh, just that it's a very provincial idea of God that's usually advanced in those arguments. Sometimes even a straw man God. And it doesn't have much in common with the God visualized by Cusa or Spinoza or the great Sufis or even Einstein, whoever. So it just doesn't play on the same field.
When people are explicitly pushing materialism, they're usually philosophers or writers, not physicists, not people who actually do the frontline work of understanding the physical world. With the heavy hitters in physics, it's very hard. It's hard to find good statements that aren't just arguing against strawmen. And it's strange because in the modern age, a reasonable portion of working physicists are atheists. Not all by any means, but a reasonable portion. But it's hard to get strong and articulate statements from that sector.
Yeah. I mean, the closest you get is somebody like Feynman, where science gives us a great degree of certainty about certain things. But outside those, it's not a good idea to tell ourselves nice stories and speculate. It's just best to realize we don't know yet about the bigger questions, etc. But we have a lot of Feynman already. Paul Dirac was at least a staunch atheist at one point in his life, but I don't know if he has direct statements on record. I'll keep an eye out.
Dirac was far from a materialist, though. He believed the universe is made out of math. That's an oversimplification, of course. He even mentioned God a few times in an Einstein kind of way.
Wow, this is all so crazy because among scientifically educated people, it's the cultural default, right? If you're a scientist or a computer programmer kind of person, atheist materialism is supposed to be the basic belief. If you're not a materialist, you're stupid. But if we can't find anyone who makes a good case for it, how does that happen?
Well, it's easy to be convinced of the absurdity of stories in common Christianity, Judaism, whatever. So, if that's your picture of spiritual beliefs and you have an aversion to digging too hard into your own worldview, which most of us do, then there you go. Anything that seems religious is goofy Bible stories, and materialism is anti-religious. And it's the general impression that smart people are materialists, and hey, I want to be smart, so case closed.
Also, there are all these so-called spiritual people who believe basically anything and try to convince everyone.
In addition to goofy Bible stories, did I forget to mention ghost stories, astrologers, spoonbenders, and all kinds of frauds?
It's a ton of noise. It makes it almost impossible for an outsider looking in to see high-quality thought in the world of spirituality. If I can even generalize spirituality to one thing. So it's easy, if you're already leaning toward materialism, to see these flaky spiritual people, extrapolate that to all spiritual people, and say all that stuff is garbage.
That's how it worked for me. For a while.
Okay, but despite all this, there's a large contingent of present-day real scientists who believe in some form of atheist materialism and whose beliefs have been carefully considered. So we need to ensure we respect that viewpoint.
It's
I
so
remember
frustrating.
that. Oh, sorry.
No, you go.
Oh, I was just gonna say, Carl Sagan has a good piece in Demon Haunted World, where he talks about science as a profound source of spirituality. But he doesn't mean mystical spirituality. He means just pure dedication to truth and the development of a wise perspective on our place in the world. It's nice, and it's a picture of atheism that isn't hostile or contemptuous.
Yeah, I read that, and what you're talking about is a beautiful piece, and I tried to get it, but Sagan's people want too much money.
Can't we just pay more?
No. It would trigger a bunch of most favored nation clauses, and we have to pay everyone a lot more, and we go broke. So, no Sagan for us. It is a shame, since he was such a great thinker, and eloquent, too.
Pretty headaches. So it's over, huh? that one actually lasted so long that I had time to solve the entire puzzle, and the one next to it, and then continue on to re-explore the entire cave to make sure if I've missed anything, which I still may have missed something because it's always possible in this game, but I feel like I'm pretty complete at the moment there, to the point where I might... Don't quote me on this, because I still need to keep exploring all over the place, but I might even be out of puzzle panels in the entire game that aren't from the challenge. Which is both a amazing feeling and something that's depressing at the same time, because I don't want to run out of this game, frankly. It's really freaking good, and oh, did I walk through the wall there, kind of? Nope, not really. Or maybe I did, I don't know. I'm really bummed out about the idea of running out of this game. I'll play more puzzle games for the future, by the way, guys, so there's no reason to flee the sinking ship necessarily. But this one's definitely special, and running out of it's going to be a bummer. I do need to figure out what's going on with that, we found the recording, but it has a special diagram, so I need to find where that diagram has shown up in the past. Hello, guys. Yeah, I think part of the reason why the challenge exists, besides just being a big ultimate challenge, is that because it's procedurally generated, or I assume it's randomized, I assume that the game takes what's possible and uses the rules to generate new puzzles over and over again. It's at least an additional level of replayability that the rest of the game doesn't necessarily have. So that's a really nice touch to have in the game, because it gives you the ability to play a little bit more Witness in a way that continually challenges yourself over and over again. But anyway, that was a really, really good audio log, because it was a nice candid discussion about a bunch of researchers trying to find these recordings that represent this type of thought process they're trying to project in this game. Because in this, something about this island, whatever its purpose is, it definitely has some attempt at doing like this sort of even-handed approach to trying to, I think, explain like the purpose of things, or why we do or why we exist, or like it seems to be reaching for some kind of truth, like an all-encompassing truth seems to be the purpose of this entire project that they're going after. And they did a good job at pointing out the fact that like a lot of, as frustrating as it can be, that a lot of religious stuff is about proclaiming you have the truth based on stories that don't really explain things and aren't really reliable reasons to believe that you know how everything works and what the purpose of life is. But at the same time, so much of what defines atheism, when you actually look at these thinkers, they often actually just involve, instead of just being an atheist view, as in like a free of religion view, it's often very specifically an anti-religion view, and that's not necessarily a super useful perspective to take. Wasn't it? I feel like this is roughly the area, right? Those ones look different. The one on the door is not different shape. I still need to find the solution to that one, don't I? That's the one. That's like the one thing I haven't gotten around to yet. But yeah, like so much of atheism is defined by going anti-religion instead of just existing separate and exclusive from religion, which is kind of what the ideal state is for that kind of thought process. And frankly, that's how I function generally. I don't really care if people are religious, and don't really try to disprove them. I might have when I was a teenager and was more opinionated about stuff when I didn't need to be. But at this point, it's just, I exist without religion, and it just happens. And it's not that big of a deal. And I've accepted the fact that other people are religious, and you can have conversations about stuff that don't involve trying to change each other's worldview all the time in a disruptive manner. But it's interesting. I love the concession there, though, that they couldn't get Carl Sagan in this game because they charged too much, basically. Just a nice little nod at licensing in general. I just went in a giant circle the long way around where we were underneath that earlier. Anyway, guys, I'll see you a bit later. I'm gonna wander around and try to find things to pursue now, because after that audio log and the finished cave, we're kind of open now until... So eventually we'll finish the challenge. You'll get a sudden video about that. But in the meantime, my primary focus is going to be finishing up all of these pillars that we haven't done yet around the entire map, which is all of them. All of them have at least something left over. And I'll solve any puzzles I find along the way. This is our final leg of the Witness, but it also might be one of the more time-consuming ones. Hello. Hi. I left a puzzle in the quarry, apparently. Oh, right, I was going back and forth to power up. So I went up around here and came around here and solved these and went over there and then solved those, and I was like, hey, look, stairs, and I just went down the stairs. But this comes back to here. So here's something I haven't done still. Where do I want to start? Probably here. But even that's rough. Yeah, how do I separate them? I don't like any of the starting points. You can't start here because you can't grab both dots. Oh, there is a nuclear symbol to fix one problem, though, so... one of them's okay. Probably best to start at the beginning, though. Yeah, I usually am trying to draw lines that separate things next to walls, so... let's try isolating as many of the white pieces as I can. And grab the nuclear symbol? Not quite yet, actually. Coming through here to grab you. Huh. Thinking go... Yeah, keep wrapping around to grab all the white pieces. Here's the problem right now, is if I do this, I have all the white pieces contained and all the black pieces outside. Then this little asshole over here has to be a problem for me. And I can't go back to grab this one because that's where I started. Huh. What if I just separate the black pieces, though? Grab you, separate the black pieces, good? Good. That was easy enough. Granted, I found it super early in the game, then never came back. So... I don't even know what that did, necessarily. That pushed the stairs down. These are all connected by wires. Ew! Was it an either-or situation? Is that what we're going for? Did anything even change, or is it just another puzzle to solve? How many in am I? 513, dear lord. We've had our share of progress, huh? Let's head on upstairs. So one of my current issues is I want to figure out how to move this... I feel like there must be a way to move the ceiling or something. Because from a certain angle, this looks kind of black, right? Like maybe I can go from there to there somehow? That's my vague idea. Oh no, that looks pretty sealed to the wall, actually. Yeah. That looks like the beginnings of a spot, but I don't know where to get the rest of the black for it. To make it cohesive. I already did you, right? Yep. I think that's the starting spot. I just need to figure out how to line it up with something I can draw on to build one of those shapes we've seen. Yeah? I think that was just a panel that I didn't solve, but I don't think it actually was required for anything. I think it was a either-or kind of thing for like, you could solve this one or that one. Kind of like when we have the puzzles where, in the challenge where some of them are broken. Hello. Sorry, I just saw I saw this line going down the side of it and I thought it might have been one of those. I certainly wouldn't put it past this thing to have something like that. Like, what if you walked in a certain position and it suddenly had like a perfect silhouette? Oh? I'm sorry, you look suspiciously like you actually could be that. Whoa. The glare just come at me? That was weird. This looks almost like it could become the beginning of a puzzle. Given the right position. Might even be able to circle certain parts of the environment around here. Or maybe that sun could be used in some way. We'll see. I don't know, if an obelisk points over here, I'll certainly find it at some point. But I'm not seeing it right now. But I feel like the tree's gotta exist for some reason. Come on. This thing sure takes its time. Get on there. Cool. Now we'll just wait for the next one to come by. Hey, buddy. There we go. There's one. I feel dumb about the fact that I haven't made it to this freaking pillar room yet this session. Usually I get there right away. Maybe it's just a bad day for doing this challenge. Come on, I'll do one more attempt. If I don't even... this time, even if I don't make it a decent length, I'm gonna stop. This is the last attempt period. Which means I might just see it through, regardless of how badly it's going. There we go. Right, left at the beginning, but then keep going along the wall. It's the far one. How to lose extra time. The game. Can I just loop around? Yes. Gotcha. Oops. I reflexively try to go that way because at this point it always feels like it's time to leave. Oh no. Oh no. That's a dick is what that is. 1, 2, 3. There we go, got it. Do-do-do-do-do-do. These are just designed to be something that's slightly annoying to do when you're going really fast. Oh, go up here. How bad could it be? Very bad. It could be very bad, sir. Oh, shit. Go up here. Loop around. Ta-da! Hi, folks. How you doing? I'm just here to check on a few things. Oh, that one's really easy. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Nope. Thank you, God, for fixing the cataracts on Sam's mom. God damn, they were easy this time. Oh, shit, we're going right, then left. We go along this way for a while. Hi. Do. Fuck. Do. 2, 2, 1. 1, 2. 2, 3. 3, 1, 2. 2, 3. 2. Good. We're doing good. We're doing... Oh no, this one looks scary. Ooh, you're scary. Duh. No? Duh. No. Duh. No. No. How do I get the last one in? No. Come on, we're so close. 1, 2. 1. 2. 2. 2. No. I had it right there. Shit. Shit, I was right there. Alright. Oh, damn it. I solved the part I was looking at, but messed up an earlier part that I didn't think about correctly at that moment. Do. Shit. No. No. Shit. It's too many. To approach it from the other side, basically. Let's start over here then. Try that. Do. Damn it. Do. Good. Where am I? Wait, where am I? Shit. Shit. Am I going the right way right now? Oh, there we go. Cool. Do. Do. Yay! Dun 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 dun. How do I... Oh, these are so counterintuitive. Shit. Damn it, how do I get to that one? Let's try to... just grab the black pieces, maybe? Got it. These feel literally impossible. No. No. I made it though. The last one. Fuck, that's the hardest thing in the entire puzzle, I think. You can kind of fumble around that one a little bit, but that one's plotting a symmetry dot puzzle in your head is tough. I'm so agonizingly close though. I can almost guarantee my successful attempt because of how fast you have to almost guess your way through that dot puzzle. I'm gonna be as shocked as you guys are when I win.